As we drove up a windy, narrow road through the pampas grass, we came across a commotion on the road. Someone had died. Actually, they died 13 days ago, so today was the day that their relatives and friends came together to feed the spirit of the dead person. Some of them had been eating and drinking a little too much themselves. When I appeared, they decided to put on a show. They invited me to come and look. I saw the widow looking very distressed. I felt sorry that this wasn't a Christian funeral because there didn't seem to be very much hope. We are supporting gospel outreach volunteers so they can bring hope to the people living in the hills of northeast Triputa, India. But how do they do it? How do they get people interested in what they have to say? These were the last 3 young men gospel outreach volunteer Sangha baptized. They were part of his soccer coaching program. He arranged a local team and he took them with him to play at a youth Bible conference. They didn't actually go for the Bible study. They went for the soccer. But for these 3 boys, it was the beginning of a new life. When we arrived at Anada village, it was market day, and I spoke with gospel outreach volunteer Singbang, and I asked about his technique. He had 11 baptisms last year, and he told me about Ranjit. This 18-year-old was from a Hindu home, and Singbang would often greet him as he passed him going to school. One day, he came by his home to visit. He arranged for some Bible studies, but he found out something else. Ranjit liked music, and he wanted to learn how to play the guitar. Singbang was happy to teach him. He invited him to church, got him involved in the music at the church.
I just gave him some new messages for the Christ. For I saw him some Bible texts and he followed the Bible. And he was quite interested about the Christians. And he came to the church and I give him some Bible studies. And he was interested and he took the baptism. And as now, he became our church member. And I learned that he's not only interested in song service, but he was interested in the music. I know how to play some guitars and I taught him, and he can play as well as like me.
Sometimes a gospel outreach volunteer has to help with some of the basic needs of the villagers. Tanfila is quite a handyman, so he helps some of the villagers with the construction of their houses. While he is working, he begins to talk about Jesus. Today, we are looking at some of the results of Tanfila's work in his village. More than 65 new converts were baptized this last year through Tanfila's evangelism. These are some of the ways that our gospel outreach volunteers create an interest and then share the good news of Jesus. These people also need to know about the blessed hope. Let's help support our gospel outreach volunteers. Let's make a regular gift to gospel outreach.
Kau tengok dia.